shock and trandon to chuan hello mum hle mai hey chu introduction chuan hey kan mu chak mai betio kan bin ngeng kan mu to dona lo mum hle kan phur tlang khop mai ma se thu pa choi na tur pakhat kan neya ama pona ron soin kan ringa van doi thak takin India ramarong kalna tura hianin thlona pali connecting flight neya chu a connecting flight chuan New York atanga Delhi arong kalna abung ruan lo thum tel ve lo hlau maya chu nimina phe chuan ama po shoma ti lut tu kan ni keni po kan shom kan tia shop kan ti theilo me nga kan tia chuan khan workout chara abung ro om na kha kan sha theilowa a topa chuan New York airport a lo oma chuan man mo thak takin an ron thona ma se zan ina hian Delhi thleng don chi chuan keni chuan kan mang don thei don talawani ama ro chu ama keiman hne na min hril ngei chu ka double guitar hi omlo ma se show hi ka thei ba to pin ka tiang double guitar omlo hian om zia nei lovang atini hi ka thei pa to pin ka tiang ka chak to lu tu ka enjoy to lu tu ka tin double guitar nen hian karon la red le nge yang ati bokani chuan tuna kan som don ton anga ke hi chama organizer kania music in heta show kan nei theina tura bultum tu ti la thange chuan there at backstage there's Mr. Kevin Baker. Please raise your hand. He's the one who promoted Dean Guitars, so we warm welcome. Chuan in show kan tananga hetlai show hi arei ton lowa darkar khatle minute som vel kan tianga chumi zo chuan in interaction kan tianga signatures te khan tiang te kan tianga chuan thu po ka soi rei lawang ti khan tun chu introduction nia tak chu zan ina om don ti kha kan chele don nia so we'll welcome Mr. Angelo Batio. Let's give him a big hand. Come on.
Hello. Everyone understands English? Yes? Good. You probably speak better English than me. And so, but thank you for having me here. I now have a 10-year visa to India, so I can come back over and over. But this is my first time here. Thank you so much. Beautiful, the mountains, driving from the airport. Whoa. I was like, but I loved it. And I'm going to have a concert tonight. This is a clinic, so I'm not going to play, I'm going to play one song that I'm going to play tonight. Everything tonight that I play is different from now. But I'm going to start with a song that's mine called No Boundaries from my Speed Kills DVD. Are you ready? Let's do it. feel good. I feel good. Now, before I play again, how many people here are guitar players? How many people play guitar? Pretty good. Drummers? A few. Okay. Do you, anyone in the audience, before I play again, because this is a workshop, you get to ask me questions. In concert, no questions. Play, yeah. So, any questions before I play again? Yes, no? Yes.
When you pick fast, your fingers are pointing. Your fingers are angled like this.
Yes.
So you're not muting with your palm.
No.
So, what do you mute with? You
Okay,
don't mute at all?
that's a great question. He asked when I play fast, I have a strange picking technique, but I'm not muting the strings. What am I doing? That's a very good question. There is something that I do called fretboard hand muting. Watch. When I play a note, I mute the string below, the string above, and I hit this. So I go. So when I play, I mute both sides. If you want to mute this way, with this hand, great. But when I play fast, no mute. I mute with this hand. See, when I play, this is the great part of this. You do not have to practice this. It is not a learned skill. It is a simple skill. Watch. If I play like this, like blues-style guitar players, I get nice vibrato, but everything else sucks. So what I do is I play more like a classical guitarist, like this. Wrist, arm, everything feels good. Yeah. So when I play, when I try, all you have to do is keep your fingers close. Watch. When I play like this, my second finger hits this note. My first finger stops. When I play my fourth finger, I have other fingers behind it. All that you have to do is play more like a classical guitar technique. Now, this amplifier has no effects. And so when I play, I mute with this hand. All you have, but it's not special. All you have to do is keep your fingers close, and you mute it automatically. We are all humans. Humans will move their fingers a certain way, and that way will mute the strings. So that's a great question. Now, also, I am left-handed, which is why I play the double guitar. I am very, very sorry. It took 4 flights to get here. I got here. My double guitar did not. It is not meeting me up until tomorrow in Guwahati. I am so sorry. I always love to play my double. But what that means is that I have to come back here again to play the double. But it is, and then even all I brought were my stage clothes, not even my shoes, man. These are like my traveling to the airport shoes. So I like, just if you post a picture, post it from this up. So what can I say? But all I had in my bag were my stage clothes and this shirt I've worn for 3 days. So if anyone wants to take a picture, they can stand a few meters away. It's like, So, but this is a shirt I've been wearing for a while. But that's a great question. And again, thank you so much. This is a beautiful city. We went out last night and just driving around, India is a fantastic country. But this is my first time here. One more question before I play again. Yes. Bring the mic. Speak loud. It is metal.
Yeah. Talking of this double guitar, I wonder, Siva is having a heart-shaped guitar.
Yes.
So I wonder whether Mr. Sif Mr. Sif sold the idea from you, or he's the one who is doing it
That's
first?
a good question. On Facebook now, they in the old days, okay, Steve Vai and I both lived in Los Angeles, in Hollywood, California. Steve Vai came up with the heart guitar from me. And he said that he got the idea from Michelangelo. And he said it. And so, and it is on Facebook right now. Somebody mentioned that and printed the article that he said it in. So it is the truth. I invented it. I was the first. Steve Vai liked my guitar. So all he did is add a third neck. So what did I do when I was in Nitro? I added a fourth neck. So it's like, you gonna beat me? No! This is war, dude! So, I like Steve Vai. We are friends. But he was very nice. He said he got it from me, and that's it. And he never, ever claimed he did it before me. Even the angles of the necks, everything was taken from my double guitar. But great question. All right, I want to play one more song. And again, I'm going to play so many more songs tonight. But this is my version of Led Zeppelin. Here we go. But first, the shred position. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, this is also a Dean Guitar Clinic. I play Dean guitars. They are very popular in the United States. Many huge metal bands play them, like Dave Mustaine from Megadeth, Michael Amott, Arch Enemy. They have young guitarists like Jackie Vincent from the band Falling in Reverse, and now he's with his own band. And so they're just a great, great guitar company, and they're very well represented here in India. Now, before I play again, are there any questions? Somebody, no? Yes, no? Yes. Speak loud.
Sir, we would like to know about the specs of your guitar.
About this guitar?
Yeah, about the guitar.
Okay, that's a great question. Dean Guitars is the company that came up with the idea and the way to use graphics in Photoshop. See, in the old days, you had to paint a guitar. So every guitar like this would be special. Each of you, if you own a guitar like this, it would be different because a painter, a person painted it. That's great, but it's a lot of money. So too much money. So so what Dean Guitar said is, let's use Photoshop. Let's use computers. So we draw the design on the computer. Then we can duplicate it almost perfectly. But these are called beveled edges. There are many edges. So a person has to lay this graphic, or it's like plastic, but it stretches. It's like bubble gum. And so when we create a graphic, we create this on a piece of paper that stretches, and then a human lays it over. So that's the first part. So Dean Guitars is the company that came up with this idea to use graphics like this in a way where they do not crack, that the finish does not crack. On my guitar, I like a very thin neck, but it is not like Ibanez, however you decide. It's not like the Ibanez neck. Why? Because tone is not just in the body, it is in the neck. So when you hear Slash playing on his Les Paul, he doesn't have Ibanez thin neck. He's got big, thick Gibson neck. So the tone of your guitar, I get a very thick sound. The tone is here. It's also here. So what I do is I have a C profile. So it feels very thin, but the center is thicker. So the neck is better sounding. I love Ibanez. Look, I love Steve Vai. I love Animals as Leaders. I love Paul Gilbert. I do not like their sounds. I don't like Paul Gilbert's sound that much. I'm sorry, I don't. I love Steve Vai's lead sound. I don't like his rhythm sound. I love Slash's sound, rhythm and lead. Why? He uses bigger necks, heavier guitars. So here's what we do. My guitar has EMGs, 85, SA 81, expensive. We have a Floyd Rose 1000. It is not the top, it is second to the top. I beat the heck out of these things. They sound great. So they work great, and they're very cost effective. So here's what I do. My guitar, shaped like a Strat, simple. We use EMGs, we use Grover tuning keys. We have it. This is a maple neck with ebony fretboard. And so, but the neck is so important. If you have too thin of a neck, your sound is a little thin. That's it. Because wood, and then the last thing I have is me, this. So, because the great thing about a guitar, now I have played the sitar, I studied Indian music in school. I have a degree in music, a university degree in music. I took a course called ethnomusicology. And what it was it focused on music that was not from the West. I mean, I'm American. I was born in the United States. You know, my ancestry is European. But I know my tonal system from my ancestors is not yours. You have a different tonal system than us. So I studied your tonal system, notes within notes, sounds to me that we don't hear. And so what I can say is this with guitar. The thing that makes the guitar so unique is that every person sounds like them. There's no other instrument in the world like this. Every person can walk on this stage. You can come up and play my guitar. you will sound like you. And see, when you play piano, you sound like the sound is the same. The difference is the skill level. Some people like, wow, whoa. Some people like, so that's the only difference, not the sound, not sound. Playing, talent. But, and even sitar, you can move frets. I've studied sitar, I understand it. Understand ragas. But the sitar is a skill level instrument. The sound will not change for you. The guitar will change. Every person in this room sounds like you. You sound like you. You sound like you. Everyone sounds like that. It does not make it better. It makes it different. But the reason is, especially because guitar has so many variations. What guitar pick, your fingers, the way you play. There's no other instrument like it, and that's why I love it so much. Okay, but that was a great question. I want to play one more song, and then if you have any other questions, we will answer them. I want to say this. I'm very happy to be here today. I didn't even think I would make it. 4 flights. I went Chicago, New York, Delhi, Delhi to Calcutta, and then Calcutta here. It was 2.5 days going. So I feel great. This is my first actual day in India, and so where I can actually sleep and have a normal day. Thank you so much for having me here this morning. Now, okay, I'm looking for a good one to play. Okay, this is my song. It is called Rainforest. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Are there any questions before I end the workshop today? Yes.
Hello. Oh yeah. I have two questions actually. As a guitar player, I have watched one of your instructional video.
Yes.
And in an instructional video, you have said it in the instructional video, but I want to hear it in person from you. And
I know what you're going to say. I want to give you the keys to the Lamborghini.
All right. What I want to ask you is, as a guitar player, every one of us, we want to go like, we like to go fast, like, like. I know how did you do that? What's your secret? And
how did I do that?
Yeah. How did you go fast?
Okay.
And besides, another one.
Yes.
Before you answer me, is when you play the overhead with the guitar, it doesn't affect your rhythm, or how did you come up with that idea, or is it is it hard?
Yes.
Hard to play that. And
yes. I will answer both your questions. First question, how do I play fast? Okay. See, my instructional programs, videos, DVDs, have changed the world of playing guitar because it is not so hard. See, many times teachers make things hard. Being a good teacher is not showing how smart you are. Being a good teacher is teaching you. So here's what I said on my DVDs. You take small parts. See, when I learn, now I did not go to school here in India, so I don't know how you learn, but I know many people from India and the United States are doctors, attorneys, very smart people. So you're a very smart race. You're a very smart culture. Okay, so here's what I did. I'm smart too. I take big things, big ideas, make them small, simple. See, speed is not going, yeah, I like to do that. Speed is 6 notes. So I can take 6, or in metal, I can take 6 notes, and play all over the fretboard. See, that is the beauty of playing fast or of learning. What I show in my DVDs, Speed Kills, is that you take small things and learn 6 notes. 6 notes. Those 6 notes you can use all over the neck. Just something simple where you go. Now I'm just making it up. I'm using 6-note patterns. That's all I'm doing. I'm finding a scale and go. It's only one way to play. Now, it's not the only way I play, but speed is acquired. It is not I was born fast, but I was also born with the ability to learn. I studied other great musicians, not just guitar, but I found that to play fast is not so hard. To play good is not so hard. When I used to study Johann Sebastian Bach and play piano, you have a song this long, but every song has one measure at a time. See, when I play so fast, but I don't learn that way. I don't think I think here, done, here, done, here, done, slow. You play one measure at a time. All of a sudden, whoa, yeah. And then girls, yes. So I was like, yeah, but you learn, you make it simple. Simple is the key. That doesn't mean music is simple. That means you take the pressure off your brain. Play simple. All my exercises are short pieces, and that's what makes fast. Now, what was the second question again? Oh, that's a good question. Okay. I am left-handed. This is my strong hand. When I write left-handed. My mother was left-handed. Now, this is a funny thing. I'm not talking about religion or in politics. It's not my place. But in the Christian religion, the devil is always left-handed. Okay? So when my mother was born left-handed, they said, whoa. They made her right-handed. When I used even chopsticks for the first time going to China, I could not use them in my left hand. They're like, no, right. And so what I learned is this. I am a left-handed person in a right-handed world. We are a right-handed world, not left. Left-handed people are kind of out there. And so what I learned is even scissors are right-handed. When you put them in your left hand, And then even to write, I have to write weird because ink gets all over my hand going this way. So here's what I did. I play piano. I studied piano as a boy, so I think two different things. This is my strong hand. And I have learned, I don't know how it is in India, but in the United States and in Europe, the first thing you need is music. If you have great music, second thing you need is a show. Now let's face it, you have Bollywood. You have one of the biggest movie industries on the planet besides the United States. You have to have a certain look. That doesn't mean you have to be handsome or beautiful. It means you have to look like something. So when I started playing guitar and just doing riffs like this, it is a song by a band called Yes. The song is called Roundabout. I used to play that as a boy. I would go, I was bored. I was like, sucks. So I said, forget this. I'm not going. I went. So I started to make up stage moves going like this because I play piano. So I said I can play. So I started to come up with crazy things. And you know what happened? Girls. They started to go, I'm like, oh yeah, yes. And so the women started to say, that's like weird, but I like it. And so what happened was I started to move on stage in a different way. And I was a boy, and here's what I can tell you. In this day and age, today, you can be big anywhere in the world because we have the internet. So, we read in the United States, that the internet is crazy. Look at our presidential election. Everybody yells at each other, screams. But the point they can yell and scream is the point. And so that they have a voice. That when I was coming up in music, if somebody said, Angelo Batio is amazing. I was like, great.
What do you think is unique about the way you play? The way you pick maybe your left hand,
Yeah.
or your tone, something which nobody else is doing, and if you can demonstrate.
Okay. He asks, what can I do that's unique? The way I play a guitar this way is unique. But this is, again, the beauty of guitar. What I have found is that people around the entire world that play guitar have more things not in common. We have more differences than we have in common. Now, why do I say this? Because when I play very fast, when I do something fast, if another guitar player would play that, they would probably play it differently. In other words, they wouldn't hold their pick like I do. This is because I am left-handed. It's also because right now I am 185 centimeters. When I was a boy, I was very little. I was not tall. And so my arm was very short. So when I grew, my arm went like this. But here's what I learned. What makes me different? I invent things. I'm an inventor. I'm an engineer. I have a brain like an engineer. So I invent things like the over-under. It's mine. I invent the double guitar. I have famous people do this. Herman Lee from Dragon Force told me he made his career out of watching my instructional videos. Okay, so I like Herman. He's great. Thank you. I have taught Tom Morello. John Petrucci from Dream Theater uses jazz picks because I did not use rock picks ever. I hated them. I wanted a jazz guitar pick to play metal. Now, here's what I am very different in many ways. I'm an innovator. But what I innovated is something to help you. That I learned that every person in this room and in the entire world uses a guitar pick slightly differently. That's what makes you, you. It's what makes, but we have many things that are not in common. Many things about every guitar player that are not in common with others. We have only a few. Here's what it is. Whether you play like me, whether you play like this, when I play slow, my pick moves like this. Or like, my pick moves like this. My thumb goes like this. But every great guitar player, everyone I've ever seen, when you play medium to very fast, this part of your finger is, your thumb and your fingers are the only thing that is important. Nothing else matters. You can play like me. You can play like Joe Bonamassa. You can play like Eddie Van Halen. You can play any way you want. But watch. If I play like this, when I play medium and fast, what do we have in common? Only one thing, right here. So whether you see me, when I play fast, this never moves. It's like, when other people play, it is the same. So what you have to do is watch what I show in my videos. A tremolo, one note. How do you play one note fast? One note. So when you find, and I show this on my DVDs, when you find out how you play one note, that is the way you play. And so once you find that out, then you have your style. So, what is unique about me? This, and the way I play on records. I write my own style. I have my own style. But what I've studied makes me want to help. I do not play like this when I play fast. Every great guitarist that I've ever watched, no matter how you hold the pick, like me, this way, this way, this way, when you play medium to fast, no one moves this. You're like this. It's like a mad dog. And so that's just the way it is. Great question. We have to conclude the clinic now. I'll stick around for some autographs and hang out. I have a concert tonight that I'm going to play much more music. Again, I apologize about the shoes and my double. I cannot help it. I am a first-class flyer, but sometimes it was not in India, it was in the United States, in New York. The weather was so bad, I had a choice. I either get here or I don't. And so, but my equipment did not follow. I apologize, but I want to come back and play my double guitar for you. So thank you very much. I am Angelo Batio. Good afternoon. Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.